Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. Thank you so much for tuning in. New listeners, returning listeners, new subscribers. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into another energy reading. Okay, so happy Friday to you. It's Friday currently where I am, and it is 15:15. 15:15. Okay, 15:15 on the video timer. So thank you so much for tuning in again. We're going to go ahead and get into an energy reading and see what it is that Most High has for the collective at this time. Those who will come across this video at any point in time, any of the messages could resonate for you. We all carry masculine and feminine energy. So divine masculine, divine feminine could be a male or a female. So if the card says he's lying, it could be she's lying. Okay. If a tarot card shows Empress, okay, that's divine feminine energy, but it could be pertaining to a divine masculine energy. And again, that could be a male or a female, as we carry both. Okay? So divine, please, with the resources here, cards here, please give me the insight, intuition, and wisdom to speak truth through these cards, reveal the truth through these cards for all of the listeners and viewers. We return to sender any doppelgangers, gang stalkers, any shadow banning. We return to sender all of these actions, and we return them with vengeance and a sword. Thank you, Divine Source, for using me to be inspiration and truth to the listener. Okay? Ancestors, we invite you in. Ancestors of the collective, feel free to speak through me. Okay? Pertaining to your loved ones, ancestors, feel free to speak through me pertaining to your loved ones. It was 301 on a video timer, 301. We currently have 301 subscribers on this channel. At least that's what it shows me. Okay. So we're going to take a look at our angel numbers here. We have 1313, 55, and 1414. So let's take a look and see. Okay, starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, and communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful, and your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build, it could be about, build your confidence and trust in your decisions. Okay, again, 1313. So if you're seeing 1313, it could be 1:13 in the afternoon or where you are. Okay, so for someone it's 1:13 where you are, or when you see this it will be 1:13. Okay, 0550, the eye candy. So something that is a beautiful sight to see. Okay. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, and romance. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There's so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Okay? 0550. And again, these could be dates as well, so this could be May 5th. Anything significant to you about May 5th? May 5th is Cinco de Mayo, okay? So if you are of the Mexican culture, okay, Cinco de Mayo, you may celebrate that. Also, Vanessa Bryant, Kobe Bryant's wife, the Mambacita, okay, she was birthed on 5/5. So there could be something about someone you're dealing with whose name is Vanessa, last name, first name Bryant. I believe her middle name is I want to say Marie, but that might not be correct. Okay? But there you go. All right. So her initials are that date. 1414. Okay? So I don't know if that came in clear, but it says light up. Mood swings, respect, family, construction or constructive outlook, and quantity. Okay? Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Okay? Getting the Beach Boys song, Good Vibrations. Good vibrations. Good vibrations. Okay? So there we are with our angel numbers. We're going to go ahead and pull some cards, messages, and tarot, and see what it is that our ancestors and divine would like to share with us at this point in time. Okay, we'll take all that has come out thus far. On the floor, one card fell, and that card is, okay, the Ace of Pentacles. So there could be something about someone losing money. Oh, and we have one on the side here. Okay, so balance. So one of the cards was talking about quantity. Okay, 1414 talks about quantity. At 1414 is a 7/7. That's in balance, right? So balance collective. Okay, keeping yourself in balance. Okay, keeping yourself in balance. Pull some cards from the other deck here. I've been hesitant to share dreams and things like that, recent ones. I haven't even been on for a little while until recently. I was just, focusing on myself, focusing on other things. Okay, we have the Hangman. So there might be news that's flying in, collective. There might be something that's flying in, news flying in, or what would be considered as flying in. For you, it might not be considered flying, moving fast, but there's information coming in. Okay. Most of those fell on the floor, so we'll grab one of those. I was wondering what that card said. I see that it's the devil. It's a message card. Okay, collective, so here we are. We have these, and then we're going to get some lifestyle cards, and we're going to go ahead and, you know what? We'll do it a little differently. Insert these, and then I'll shuffle the others as we go. Let's do it that way. It's the way I'm feeling led. There is construction going on next door. that might be applicable to others where you are. There may be construction going on. Alright, so we have our cards, we have our stack. Let's go ahead and see what it is that Divine would like for us to know at this time through the cards and the messages. Something about Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. I don't know what that song's about, but someone could be crying. They could be in Argentina. Right. All right, so first out, okay, we have a split on the Nine of Swords. Once I start to focus on our problems, it's hard to stop, and then I get paranoid that it will get even worse, falling into anxiety. Okay? So, this could be the feeling of someone that you're dealing with or someone that you have been dealing with who's trying to come back. Dealing with the Nine of Swords, someone who's dealing with anxiety. Okay? Someone who's in a stuck energy. Okay? I heard this the other day, and I'm going to see if I can remember it, you know, the way that it spoke out to me. And it is, fear is a hallucination, because fear something along the lines of a false strength. Fear, and it's not fear is afraid of the strength you are, although that is good. Fear is afraid of something along those lines. Fear is afraid of the strength that you are, the strength that you speak, the strength that you are called to be if you are not currently speaking your true strength. Okay? So anyway, we have the Nine of Swords, that anxiety. Okay? Lucille on one side. Okay? So Lucille and Clyde on the other. Okay? So you could be dealing with the Lucille, or you could be dealing with the Clyde. It could be Lucy. Okay? You could be dealing with either one of these individuals, or these are your names. Okay? And they could be the individuals in this Nine of Swords energy here. Next, pull from the other side. There's a water sign involved. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so there's a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio involved. Then we have a Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups is a genuine offer. That's what the Knight of Cups represents. Okay? And there's someone who's lying about their death. Okay? So lying about her death. Okay? So someone's lying about their death. They could have lied about their death in order to get some type of prosperity, some type of abundance. Yours or someone else's. Okay? So lying about her death. Again, it could be him who's lying. Okay? I'm looking at CIA and moon magic. So CIA is involved in some of these cases. Okay? And there is moon magic being done. So return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. Okay? All right? Some of us needs to do more exercise. Okay? Even without the last 3 weeks, even not having a gym that I've attended, I've confirmation. I've done exercises and that because, of course, you don't need a gymnasium or a gym fitness center to exercise. So strength, okay? So exercise more, how appropriate with the Leo energy on the strength. Okay, we are in Leo season. Happy birthday to you, Leos, if you are a Leo sun sign. Okay, and there's something about someone or a process dragging ass. Okay, so we saw, what was it? So it could be a water sign, right? We saw water sign is dragging ass. It could be Clyde that's dragging ass. It could be Lucille that's dragging ass. Somebody's dragging ass. Okay. Next, we have splitting the next two cards, or the next two messages or indicators. We have, it's hard for me to face my pain, so I indulge in short-term pleasures or substances. I know it's not good for me, but I can't stop. And that is the devil. Again, we saw 1515 on the video timer when I checked the time, and there's the number 15. So there's the third confirmation. Okay, 15. Okay, Jonesboro and the sheriff. It could be something about Jonesboro County. Okay, or it's Jonesboro, the city. Okay, something about police department there, no matter where Jonesboro is in the world. Okay, Jonesboro. Okay, so the devil split Jonesboro and sheriff. There could be something about a sheriff who is demonic, a sheriff who is karmic, dark, in their shadow, low vibrational self, who's not speaking up, who's not investigating cases that needs to be investigated. Okay, and then on the other side of the devil, we have Puerto Rico. Okay, so the demonic spirit that you're dealing with could be in Puerto Rico. They could be Puerto Rican but live in another country, or be a citizen of another country. Okay, Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States of America, and I believe it has been since 1969 or something like that. And if it's not, then that year is significant. Okay. Other side, okay, we have celebrations. Okay, so there'll be celebrations for some of us here in the future. Okay, and this is right now energy. So right now, the universe is saying there will be celebrations for some of us. All right, say us, but for some of us. I hope you rejoice with those who rejoice. Okay. Okay, and we have a 9 of Wands. Okay. So this speaks to being a solo artist. Okay, this speaks to standing alone. This speaks to standing your ground. Okay, all of those wands to me are ancestors, spirit guides. Okay, that are guiding us on our journey. Okay, they come in many different forms, shapes, sizes, birds, butterflies, events of the sky, also clouds, other individuals in human form that we meet and come across, anything. Okay, spirit guides, but that's standing alone. Okay, so celebrations on one side and 80s kids on the other. So someone who's listening to this, or someone who's a part of your journey collective, is an 80s kid. Someone who's come against you could be an 80s kid. Okay, born in the 80s. Next, we have splitting the next two. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is about truth. Okay, so this Ace of Swords is about truth. Truth that is being spoken, truth that is being released, truth that is on its way. Truth. Okay, 100% truth. It's cutting through the karmic, cutting through the darkness, cutting through the bullshit, cutting through. Okay? On one side of that truth that is coming, we have the name Ryan. Okay? This is a unisex name. It could be a male or a female whose name is Ryan. First, middle, or last name. Next, on the other side of that, Ace of Swords, we have more names. So we have Lincoln, Larry, Lawrence, and Lowry. Take a look. Okay. Lincoln, Larry, Lawrence, Lowry. Lincoln could be someone's name or a vehicle that they drive. Right? Like Lincoln Town Car. Next, we have the High Priestess message card. Okay, represented by the number 2. We have the Two of Cups out here as well. I'm starting to see more clearly the lies and the masks of those around me. It's sad, but at least I can also see the gifts of our connection. Okay, so for some of you, there are other people, there are individuals who are starting to wake up or who have woken up to the truth about who you are, and they embrace that. Okay, we applaud those individuals. Okay. Because that means they're also waking up to the truth of who they are. Correct? Okay. So, we have on one side of that High Priestess card. Okay. We have young, the name young, or someone could be considered young. So if you're 70, someone who's 30, someone might, that 70-year-old might say they're young. Someone who's 50, and then someone who's 16 might be like, oh yeah, you young, you 20, you young, right? So young, again, or last name. Okay. Also could speak to immaturity. Okay. Someone could be immature for their age. Okay. On the other side of that, we have cat on cat action. Okay. So cat on cat action. Okay. So somebody with a twat likes licking someone with a twat. Okay. LBDTQHOIMOLPTIOUC, whatever, all those whatever letters, whatever. Okay? They got rid of the evidence, is on one side of the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a highly intuitive individual. Okay? In the earthly masculine form, this is someone who leads by intuition. Okay? This is a business owner who leads with their intuition. On the spiritual side, this is someone who is guided to do perhaps holistic work, be a healer, Reiki master, study different religions and how all of the religions are true and false, and spirituality is the only true light. However, whatever that is, this individual represents that. Okay, this energy represents that. Okay, someone who is in their purpose. Okay, and unashamed to speak the truth. Or I shouldn't say speak the truth, but unafraid to speak, what they receive, the intuition, cups, intuition. Okay, so again, we're getting rid of evidence and China. Okay, so China, the name, someone's name could be China, okay, or the country. Someone could be Chinese. What does that mean? Mecca lecca high, Mecca hiney ho. Mecca lecca high, Mecca hiney ho. Isn't that from an old school cartoon or something? Like Woody Woodpecker? Not Woody. Tom and Jerry? No, TV show? Mecca lecca high, Mecca hiney ho. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. Okay. So, for some of us, we're dealing with someone. If you are in a union with someone, whether it's a verbal commitment or it's a legal one, your husband is in another sexual relationship, and it could be wife, okay? But your spouse, or whoever it is, if you are you are being asked to look into them being in another relationship. That is on the Two of Pentacles. So that is definitely out of balanced energy. And witchcraft. So they could be doing witchcraft to keep this hidden from you. Okay? They could be doing witchcraft in other ways to keep you out of balance. Okay? Witchcraft is the reason why they are out of balance. Okay? Let me say this, okay? Being unfaithful in any way is witchcraft. So, if you are married and you got a chick or a man on the side, that's witchcraft against your union that you promised to be faithful to. That is witchcraft. Okay? Just like someone thinking bad about you is evil eye magic. Okay? I don't like him, I don't like her, why they get the promotion and I did, and I can't stand them. They always think they this, they think they that. Right? All of that, that's all witchcraft. And that's what most people do not realize. They're just your thoughts, especially the constant regenerating of them, right? I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I can't stand him, I can't stand him. Why didn't they choose me? Why didn't they choose me? Whatever, right? Whatever, all of that, witchcraft. It could even be on yourself. Why do I do? Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? It's witchcraft against yourself. That's all this sin is. That's all this sin is going against your highest, purest, truest self. That's what sin is. Okay. So we have that, and then we have on one side of the hangman we have Air Force, so something pertaining to the Air Force or other military branch, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines, Coast Guard. Okay, military. Someone could currently be in the military or they are a veteran. If you served proudly and honorably, thank you very much. I do appreciate you and your willingness to write a blank check for strangers. Okay? So hangman energy. So waiting on information for high vibrational beings. And then for low vibrational beings, this represents someone who is stuck. Okay? Someone who is stuck. On the other side, hates animals. Okay? So you definitely can't be a high vibrational being and you hate animals. Okay? You know what some of us needs to do? Some of you need to do? Need to just face the facts. What do I mean? Just face the facts. She didn't love you. He didn't love you. They were karmic, they were evil, they were a demon in your life, and you were better off without them. Just be honest. Just be honest, and just look at the facts. Ooh, there we go. Something's falling. Because when you look at the facts, that's what's going to happen. When you look at the facts, right? Towers start to fall. I just realized what this says. I meant behind, but I put beyond. Concubines are beyond your spiritual warfare. Look at that. I put beyond instead of behind. So that's very interesting. So concubines being beyond your spiritual warfare, it's probably time to allow your ancestors to give you a hand. Okay? Or there are a lot of moving parts and pieces, and divine chooses to disseminate that information a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? Okay. So on one side of concubines are beyond your spiritual warfare. So yeah. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So the concubines could be men or women, because it could be polygamous situations or polyamorous situations, are behind the collective's lack in some way, whatever that is. Now, they're not fully responsible because in part we are responsible for our own, but there are situations where you have to Watch your spending a little closer, because there are energies out here that are draining you, or that were draining you, okay, of that resource, so that you could not manifest. We have the name McAfee. Okay, so first name, middle name, last name, McAfee, most likely a last name. Okay, and we have Seven of Cups, which is for options, choices. You see how she's looking out over the Seven Cups? Which one shall I choose? Divine Arabat, guide me, lead me, speak to me, show me. Which one? Okay. Okay. I would not make any decisions, collective, honestly, without that. I don't mean like whether or not to drink water. I mean, yeah. Okay, this name, okay, be significant, or another name that starts with a T. That name is Tyra, okay. The only famous Tyra I know is Tyra Banks, and she is a model, talk show host, and all that. Okay. Okay. This has been coming out recently. Men and women. Okay. Six of Wands. Okay, so this is valiant energy coming in here. Okay, Six of Wands. I think we saw the Six of Cups. So this is valiant energy coming in here. Okay. This is like a victory. This is like jubilee. This is like cheering, celebration. Like, this is good energy here. Okay. Also, you notice this is orange energy here. Orange is associated with the sacral, the color orange. So, makes sense. And then on the other side of that, we have Ashley, Cyan, and Sarai, or Sarah. Okay. In ancient times, they spelled Sarah this way, not with an H. Okay, any of those names? Next, we have the Eight of Cups splitting. Okay, so walking away. All of those options were no good. Hallelujah. Walk away. All of those options were no good. I'm reminded of meeting the prophet in the grocery store back in 2014, and he told me, he said, every woman that you have met until you meet your true divine partner is a counterfeit. He told me that. A prophet in a grocery store. Okay? So, walking away from all of the counterfeits. And again, this could be the Karmics now realizing that there's no need for them to continue to try to do what they were doing, because it's just bouncing back. It's a boomerang. It's a boomerang. As the middle of my right hand, it tingles. It's a boomerang. Okay? So, we have that there with the Eight of Cups on secrets being revealed. So there we go. Okay? So thank you. If you were once karmic and you are now coming into the light and you are deciding to speak up, thank you very much. We all appreciate you. Then we have on the other side, stealing your sacral energy. Come on now. Come on now. That's pretty clear, collective. All right, that's pretty clear. Okay, so we have the hermit energy. You could be in hermit mode. Okay. As I stated the other day, I have resigned myself to be on vacation for the next 24 months. So no expectation of whatever really over the next 24 months happening, not have whatever. It's kind of like, somebody reaches out, somebody emails me. At this time, that's the only way they can reach me. You know? And that's by choice. You know? That's where I am with my hermit energy. Okay? So, and that's even pertaining to, again, as I remind us, even when it comes to listening to other tarot readers whenever I do, When they say something's happening soon, something's happening in 72 hours, something, I don't hold them to that. I'm just like, anytime over the next 24 months, anytime over the next two years, while I'm on vacation. Okay, something about Bogota, Colombia. Okay, that was on the other side. So Bogota, Colombia. Someone could be from Bogota, Colombia, or be Colombian. Move away silently. Some of you are being guided to move away silently. I was guided to move away silently 2 years ago from Florida, and I did just that. In fact, August of 2023, I gave everything that I owned away and left Florida. Okay? And today I still carry the carry-on bag and the one suitcase. Okay? So, move away silently if you must. The most dangerous time of a victim's life is the day they decide to leave their predator. And I did say predator. 5 of Swords. Okay? So this is stuck energy. Okay? This is what I like to see as man's trying to serve both man and master. Okay? So this often falls under the religious folks thing. Okay? Saint on Sunday, ain't on Monday. Bible in the back of the car. But they are just as evil and demonic as you can get. But they will collect your money every week. Okay. Lastly, celebrity starseed present. Okay, celebrity starseed present, and we have the King of Swords coming in. Okay, so this King of Swords here is bringing information, perhaps. Okay, bringing some sort of help, some sort of substance. Okay, we have celebrity starseed present, and we have the name Kaylee. Okay, so Kaylee could be a starseed celebrity, or Kaylee could be coming in contact with a starseed celebrity. Okay, the starseed celebrity that I recognize when I think of Kaylee is Casey Musgraves. Okay, but she appears to be operating in low vibrational energy because of the way that she flaunts herself. Okay, so she could be a celebrity starseed energy, but she has to fix some things up. She has to polish some things up. And that's not me being critical of her. That's just me saying what a starseed, a true believer, you want to say you're a believer, what a true believer needs to look like. You don't need to be dressed up like a nun. Okay, you can show some leg, you can show some thigh, okay, you can show some cleavage, but you don't need to have your ass hanging out. You don't need to see the imprint. We don't need to see your camel's toe. You don't need to do that. No more than a dude need to stand up there with the bulge in his pants to express his, to emphasize the size of his penis. What is the purpose of that? There's no need to do that. Okay? Have some dignity about yourself and cover up. People will still go to your concerts. People will still love you, and in fact, you will gain more fans. Why? Because people will see that you have some respect about yourself when you tell them, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Why? Because I have a different perspective. Okay? So, for Casey Musgraves or anybody else, okay, you can dress nice, you can dress even provocatively, you can dress seductively, you can do those things without crossing the line. And to me, When you got ass and titties out and you things are way too tight, things are way too revealing, not enough material, to me, you're feeding the system. What is the system? Apophis and Lilith, Jezebel, Satan. You're feeding that demon. Okay? That is after your sacral, as we saw in the cards. Okay? So thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial esoteric guide and Gaia beacon, father to the Orisha, and third seat to from the right of divine highest white light. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, as always, be encouraged, collective.